Good morning, everyone. Maybe we could start gathering out by the fire so that we can begin to prepare and to start the proceedings.
Check. Oh, yeah. What's the issue? The stream went to shit. Is it it's the internet?
start with sort of a bit of a prayer, but I wanted to say a few words before we started. It's a tough time, but I want to acknowledge some of our elders and our ancestors from here. My mother went to the residential school that was over here, and she told me some of the hard times that she had. And also, a couple of years ago, we had a CYFN General Assembly here, and Chief Simon Mervyn was here, and he had also gone to that school. We had a chance to talk, and he shared the story. When he came to, he said he didn't feel like comfortable coming to Carcross because he would remember what happened at the school, things like that. But after he came to this meeting and he saw this building, he said, I feel welcome again. I want to come back again. And when the elders were building, we talked about building this building, what the elders said is that that school was designed to take the Indian out of the child. And what the elders said is we need to build a building that will put the Indian back in the child. So that's what we've been striving to do with that. And I just want to acknowledge, obviously everybody's heard the news about, the 215 children that in Kamloops. And so I want to also say a little prayer. I'm going to say a little prayer for them. And the prayer that I thought I would say is it's a prayer that my mother and I sort of developed, and it's really asking the ancestors to come and circle around us, to take our hands, and to comfort us, and to walk in a good and a sacred manner. Right? So I thought I would share that song, and what I would like you to do is just take a moment. We'll just take a moment and think of your ancestors. Think of those people that are in the spirit world. Because what our traditions talk about is that we're going to ask them to help us to have discussions in a good way, for all of the things that we're trying to do to reconcile all the things that have happened. We want our ancestors to come and to join us and to help us, to inspire our hearts and our minds in a good and sacred way. So let's just take a moment and think in your minds of the ancestors you'd like to invite. to ask you to just take a little bit of tobacco, and after we say our prayers and we welcome the ancestors, we can offer it to the fire and all. Just take this tobacco there. Yeah. Just while we're taking the tobacco around, just want to share another little story. A long time ago, I was asked to work with Yukon Government Caucus and the chiefs, and it was around education. This was probably about 30 years ago or something like that. And it was interesting because a lot of times there was sort of this heaviness, you know, because of what was happening with education, and this sense that we're failing, that we're all doing this. It was heaviness. And after a day or day and a half, we sort of went around in a circle and process. What we recognized is we're all here for the same reason. And it doesn't matter which governments we come from or which communities we come from, but we're here to try to fix the next generation. And yes, things might not be going well or as we'd like. And this isn't about blame. It's about how do we work together to make it good for the next generation as we move forward. So I want to share that story and just sort of remind us again. The other thing that we have is we have a little bit of what's referred to as a fire plate. In our culture, when we ask the ancestors to come and to join us, we're going to feed them, right? And so when we put that plate in the fire, it's really feeding them to ask them, because they need that energy and that strength, and they're just that close that we want to acknowledge them and to feed them in that manner. So we'll do that after we say the prayer. So with the prayer and whatnot, with this tobacco, what we want to do is to put our energies and to ask, the ancestors and the people that you're inviting to come and we're going to feed the fire. We're going to feed them in that same manner with that tobacco. Hagu Hashaku Hagu Dakun Iya Ande our ancestors, in the good and the sacred manner, we ask that you might circle around us to give us strength, to give us knowledge, to give us understanding, compassion. All those things that we'll need to have this discussions we need to have today. We ask you to help us so that we might help the next generation to look at the children, how we might make things better for them in a good and a sacred manner. Guna shish to kiakao, guna shish.
treating us in such a good way, for acknowledging where our people are at. It's been a hard days. It's been a lot of hard days, and my heart is heavy. As a mother, you can't imagine, the thought of your baby being taken but then never coming home. And so when we planned the ceremony, we did not know that that would be uncovered. But Creator always has a plan for us. Creator always has a plan that the discussions that we're going to have today are about our education system. It's about our education system. It's about our children. It's about all those babies. It's about the babies that didn't come home. It's about everything that we do. And I wanted, when I read the report and the two reports, I wanted to bring everyone together, because that's what the report spoke to me about. It spoke about unity. It spoke about all of our collective efforts coming together to do the right thing for our Yukon, for our children, and to do things in a different way. And so we talk often about knowing, doing, and being, and that is what this is. This is us taking that action and coming together in a very good way and coming together in ceremony. And what I know for sure is that when you come together in this way and you put spirit first, that we'll find the right direction. We absolutely will. And I am honored to be in this position, particularly at this time. And I do want to acknowledge all of our partners here today. I want to acknowledge my colleagues. I want to thank Tracy Ann McPhee, previous Minister of Education, for asking for this report to be written, and for Annette King is here as well. I acknowledge all of you in this circle, and all of you who are watching, all of the educators, all of the children, all of the parents, all of our First Nation partners. I acknowledge you, and we are all going to have to work together. I am thankful that my colleagues have come to be here with me today. Minister Pillay, Minister Stryker, and all of our people that circle around us and help us to do the work that we need to do. I do not take this position lightly. We have a lot of work to do, and that's what this report tells us. Change is needed, and I'm here to accept those findings on behalf of our government. I did not create it, but I know that we have a lot of work to do together, and I'm committed to that. And there are a lot of difficult truths that have been uncovered, and because one of the things that I saw when I read the report and what I felt is that I could see myself in it. I could see my children in it. I could see many decades, and I want you to feel safe in this circle. Each and every one of you, I want you to feel safe, because this is going to be the start of a new journey, and I want you to know that I'm going to walk with you. Our government is going to work hard alongside. We're not in the middle. Government of Yukon is not an island. We are part of this circle, and I thank you all for coming here, for being with us. And I'd like to turn it over to Dana. Thank you so much, Chief Tisha Tramp, for your wisdom, your knowledge, we've been working to build this relationship for a while, but these last few weeks we've certainly had a lot of really good discussions, and I hold you up as a young leader in our territory, and really looking forward to continuing our work together. And I'll turn it over to you.
Mr. Joe Minister. Must everyone here today. Must Mark for guiding us in a good way and calling in our ancestors to give us strength. Today is an opportunity for us to remember that we do not speak with our own voices, but the voices our ancestors worked so hard to bring to each one of us. The voice that we must utilize to honor them in their work as the birthright of our grandchildren. We do not speak with our voices today nor at any time. And just like a river is not so much a river, moreover as it is water being a river, so too are we not so much as people, but as spirits being people. Those rivers flow to the ocean so that the Great Spirit can rain them back down onto the mountains, so our generations may flow. In this way, we are all part of each other, tributaries that quench the thirst of the land. We have a place, we have a purpose among all things. And just as your vehicles brought you out here today, let this fire and these prayers be a vehicle for your spirit, so that your heart and your mind may follow. With it, that your words can clean and bring strength. Today and this morning is about setting intention. An intention so strong that it can move through the wounds and heal them. An intention so strong that not only our ancestors will hear us, but so too will the future generations. Let this morning's ceremony and our voices anchor in the grace that will allow us to look beyond hate or suffering and bring healing. Today in this report we'll acknowledge a great wound that was inflicted on a past and present generation, which begs to our responsibility to bring healing, as there cannot be healing without first a wound. And we must remember in all of our journeys, in all of our walks, whatever title may be on our door, that we are a part of that river seeking the ocean. And we all know what that means to us, to each other. As there is an eagle and a shrew in each one of us, we can often run among the roots of great grassy fields and not be able to see the end, whereas the eagle sees the entire picture. We must remember to move between the two, that all of your emotions and what you will feel going through today is valid, but so too is our intention, our strength to move forward, and our willingness to heal. Let this circle that we create today, let us expand it Let us put the whole of Yukon among us and the country as well. There is a great wound not just in the Yukon, but in this country. And with it, there must come great healing. This is our sacred opportunity, our sacred obligation. And I give thanks to our ancestors and to the Great Spirit just for an opportunity. Merci.
So what we'll do is we'll start and we'll just maybe go around and just offer our tobacco into the fire. As we go around, we can come into the building, and then I think Tosh is going to order you around from there.